Hello guys, this is the storyteller and I am your host, the storyteller himself. Today's movie is Support the Girls. Well, do you support the girls? That kind of sounds a little bit propaganda based. Propaganda, yeah. This is what the movie industry and the whole entertainment industry has become today. The, the movie starts with a weird song that only talks about girls. This is we are girls, and if you don't support us, then go away or something like that. That's the first song. That's the title song. Secondly, it starts with a woman in a car crying, crying her eyes off. So you know that you need to support the girls because, well, otherwise they'll cry. Yes, that's their basic uh, theory. Uh, it, it's about a restaurant chain where all the girls wear skimpy dresses and serve. They're marketing it like the Hooters, I think Hooters, where these skimpy dressed girls wait tables and all. I don't know if it should be called as a very family place. I don't know why do they do that. I mean, it's not a family place. It's a place where mostly dudes probably should go, but somehow in U.S. it has become a family place, and that's why there's so much criticism and there's so much police needed in such establishments. Um, in the first 5 minutes, we see that this restaurant needs a few new members, and that's why these few girls are interviewing some new other girls, and they explain them their rules, no drama, and all that. And in the first few minutes, we see the propaganda starting on because uh, there's a lot of feminist propaganda in this movie. First off, there is no men that are actually good. Okay, there are no men that are actually good. The only man who's shown good are the police. The police. That's the only one guy that's good. Everything else is about how miserable the girls are living here and how we need to treat them and everything. It's just weird movie. And the main story is about three girls, the two black girls and one white girl. And the two black girls, now listen this carefully, the two black girls, one is with a boyfriend and is unhappy, and obviously she has divorced one person before, with whom they have had some other children. And the second one, there is a tall black girl who has also been divorced and has a son, so she's a single mother. And these two girls uh, actually suggest the other white girl who to date. So you get it? These two girls who are basically living without men at all, they are suggesting the other white girl in this movie again and again who to date. And this is where I just lose it. This is propaganda first, and then we get into a place where they explain them the new colleagues some rules, and no grabbing, no this and no that. Okay, that's that's the first rules again. And then they go out into making some fun making, so that they can support a cause. They can support a cause. But what is this cause? This is there's a case. There's a police case for one of the girls, and that's the cause. And there's one girl who is a marketing major, who tries to who spread her sexuality and stuff to the customers, and then the other girls come and stop her. That no, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that because that's inappropriate. And okay, that's another place for propaganda. There's whole propaganda everywhere. Then again, we get a non-binary character. Yes, there is a non-binary character that you'd question yourself. What is who is this? Is it a man or is it a woman? And you just can't tell for sure what who this is. And this is another just something that they want to push into the film. Mm, It's all about saying, oh, these girls are miserable. They need your support. They need so much of your support. And that's why I think this is sexist. This is really sexist. They want to show the girls at a bad place, and all of these things are being pulled down by men. But, but, they are also telling that these women are also very, very, very capable of handling the situation. Within the first few minutes, we also see that there is a burglary or breaking in into the restaurant, and of course, who is the thief? It's a man, of course. And how did that guy get in? Well, there is a chef who is called Arturo or something like that. That guy knew the codes to some safe, and he got his family to break in into the place. And so you see, that's one guy, another man who is responsible for the wrongs. And then of course the non-binary character, she that the or whatever is going to just gel into the women of this restaurant. That person is so much comfortable and talkative with all these girls that it just gels in. The she's the friend of everybody. One more place where they show the bad guys, the men are so bad, is when this one customer, he probably calls a waitress fat. That's just what he probably had said, because it wasn't shown exactly in the movie. And the waitress tells the manager that that person called me fat. And the manager keeps saying that for us, it's all about respect. It's all about respect, and we respect the customers, we respect the girls, and everything. And then she goes in and kicks the guy out for just calling somebody fat. Fat. Really? Fat? Is that a reason for kicking your customers out? I see this everywhere. All these SJWs, they don't know how to serve people. They don't know consumerism. They don't know capitalism. They are the weirdest bunch of people who just can't. They just can't serve their customer. So this guy who gets thrown out of the restaurant is another bad man. Really bad man. Another bad man in this story is the owner of the restaurant. The owner is shown as a thin white guy who is always angry, and he drives angry. And when he he confronts other people, he's also a loser. He's shown as a loser. All men are bad, and all men are losers. And then there's a thief as well. And then the white girl is actually dating a professor. Okay, an older professor. He probably looks like 60, 70 years old, and the girl is about 30 or something. But the other two girls are advising him, suggesting her that she shouldn't be dating that old guy. That old guy, you shouldn't date that old guy. Oh, like these two girls are have two failed marriages. They are nothing but two failed marriages, and they are suggesting the other girl who to date. This is another extreme feminist propaganda. I just can't understand why. And then we get to know that the fund that was being raised for the some criminal case of some girl, she has a boyfriend. She has a boyfriend who is very bad, and for that bad boyfriend, she is making that whole fund. And then the manager gets to know that, oh, this girl's boyfriend is bad, and that's why she needs all that money. So she cuts her off. She first gives her the money and then tells her that, no, I won't be giving you the money. Okay? I won't be giving you the money because your boyfriend's a bad guy. See? All the girls who don't have boyfriends are good girls, and a girl who actually supports her boyfriend is the bad girl. She shouldn't be supported because she's supporting the patriarchy. Basically, they're telling that the girls who support men are bad. They're evil. That's the whole core. And all girls should be friends of each other, and they should support each other and tell all these girls to stay away from the bad men. You should stay away from the bad men. Oh. I mean, in literature we have a rule. We have a rule that if you're making a story, then you should keep some moral structures. The moral structures actually build the story, but you should always think that the customer, that the audience, that the reader is not there to just listen to that garbage. You have to do something interesting. Yeah, in that case, yes, this movie it does something interesting. So I will give this movie a 7 out of 10. No, yeah, 7 out of 10. It's an average movie, but then again, it is an average movie. It's a very, very average movie, mediocre movie, but it has so much propaganda in it. I think I have to get this movie a lower number because this is not how you write a story. You don't just call every man bad, and then by the ending of the movie, there is another case where the non-binary character, she or he, she or whatever, that the non-binary character gets into a fight with a man. What is the problem with the man? What's the problem with the guy who is getting into the fight? Oh, because he passes some very meager, very meager comments on the girls. I mean, if somebody is getting angry with such silly meager comments, such puny amount of comments, that person is not human. And that's what this movie is all about. It's about creating a moral structure and saying that if you defy that moral structure, then you're our enemy and we will fight you. This person, this non-binary person, is ready to fight the guy who does not abide by the SJW propaganda, feminist propaganda. Well, this is how it just is not a very good movie, but it's not a very bad movie. You can give it a one-time watch, but seriously, people need to understand that propaganda is not a way to a good movie. You shouldn't make a movie full of such rhetorics. This is not a very good thing, but day by day this is becoming their choice. A few years ago we saw the whole female Ghostbusters, and now there are rumors about a all female Fast and Furious. okay, Fast and Furious is a very silly franchisee, so I don't know what's gonna happen to that. But okay, we can't do anything. We can't do anything. The only thing we can do is make some YouTube videos where we can criticize these people. These people are spreading propaganda. These are preaching everything, and they don't really have any art or creativity to create something new. Okay, the culture will be affected by these films. That's why we need to discuss this. This is The Storyteller, and next time we'll have a new movie. Thanks.